turns you on the most?
About what?
Let me go. Okay, what turn me on? Chains, hood, niggas. Well, they gotta have something going for themselves. They can't be no like crazy, but I like chains, a stand, a wall, a dog.
I like a gang member. You gotta be a gang member. You gotta be a gang member. If you're not,
I like them.
you gotta have a gang member.
And if you is one, you can't be a
Gotta be a gang
Gotta be
member.
a thug nigga.
Gotta be a gang member. I like D-boys with a lot of money. I'm a spoiled ass bitch. So if you can't come how my brother's coming, you gotta step your motherfucking cookies up for they crumble, bitch.
Shalom, the brothers on the moth back at you with another lesson. I pray this lesson is edifying to the body of the lambs of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Baha Hashem, Rahak Wadash, and double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do well. All right, peace and salutations to all you brothers. This is terrible, man. This is just, it gets worse, worse, and worse. Woman says, chains, hood niggas, and gang members turns her on the most. They have something going on for themselves. Incredible. And you can see the spirits in this woman's eyes. All right, and the rest of these women that are in Babylon, this is terrible. A lot of you women are going to be in a pitiful case when destruction draws nigh. Because you're just in whorism, if that's even a word. How can we be mad at the Lord when prophecy unfolds in the 2/3? The Lord's going to let his spirits get busy on Eve, man. We about to see Sirach 39 and 28 in 3D. All right, because you have no regard for others. Okay, you're rude. You know, when a brother tries to speak to Eve, a lot of times she don't even speak back. Right? And it's sad to see what our women have become. Just dross. Through. Okay? No decent behavior. You don't know how to behave yourselves because you think that thugs and gang members have something going on for themselves. You see, a lot of these women are very insecure. All right? They lack morals. And this is why they're just out there. You just out there. Now this next clip, there's a father that walks in on his daughter, all right? And she has 2 Jakes in the house. And he handles it the way he pleases as a father. And in these times, his reaction can land him in jail just for being a father, teaching his daughter and trying to instill in her the way she should act. Right? We get demonized for being fathers. All right, look at this.
See? You see what I'm talking about? If you see what I'm talking about, you see how they have money inside the house there. Not today the boy there. Not today the boy come and take something and when you finish the house lock up there. And not today the boy come there. Huh? Stay there. 2 of them, look at that. Look at that. Look at that inside the house there. Look at that inside the house there. Look at that. Look the man after. Not your mother. Not your mother tell don't bring money inside of the house. Don't bring money inside of the house. Don't bring money inside of. Don't bring money inside of that house. Don't bring money out of the house. Don't bring money inside of that house. Don't bring money inside of that house. Don't bring money inside of that house. You see outside. Lock it up there. You call your mother. Don't bring no money inside of that house. That's what they said. They don't sell it and they lock. And when you finish, you there. You know what? Who you fucking calling? Outside. Go. Outside. Go outside. Go. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Outside. Go outside. Go outside. Outside. If I tell you that, no money inside of that house. Don't come and tell me no money inside of that house there. Yeah. No money inside of that house. You're not hating, man.
Right, so here's a father witnessing his daughter in the house like you saw with 2 Jakes, barely with any clothes on, wrapped with a towel around her. What would you do as a father? All right, what would you do? So he dealt with her, okay, through chastisement, which is love. All right, Yahweh chastised his son Yahweh Shai. Okay? Right? And Yahweh Shai is chastising those that he loves, which is his elect. All right? That's why the 12 tribes are going through what we're going through now. We're in a period of being chastised. And that's what a father should do, right? Correction. So what if she didn't have a father, okay, who embarrassed her? All right, showing her that her actions were off. Okay, that scenario could have played out a whole different way. Proverbs 22:6 said, train up a child while she's early. All right, he or she, so they know how to move in society, right? This is why the Lord set laws, statutes, and commandments for the children of Israel. So we know how to move. We know what to touch and what not to touch, what to do and what not to do. And that our women wouldn't be whores like this.
What the line for? What you mean, man? No, that what going on? That what going on? No.
Do you see why it's imperative to have a father in the house? To teach his daughter, okay, how she should act when she's not around him? And do you see why it's imperative? Why the Lord gave the children of Israel law, statute, and commandments? Because if these brothers knew the laws of sex, that you would have to take that woman in, all right, after you had broken her hymen, and she's yours. She's your possession now. And now you have to take care of her, okay, feed her, clothe her. And she should be a helpmate to you, right? This whole thing is mixed up because the girl performing the act right here is somebody's young daughter who's misguided, all right? This is Sirach 25:21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for her pleasure, right? Desire her not for her pleasure, okay? Because he that found a wife have found a good thing. But these women ain't ready to be wives because you're under that Western mind state and philosophy. We know that rebellion is the sin of witchcraft. So who's teaching these young ladies, all right, to be this way? Where's the example coming from? Let me show you. Yeah, this is what's out there. This is what they're showing you, all right? This is what they're showing your children, your daughters who are teenagers. And no one's talking about this. Where's the Christian church at? All right, y'all had a Beyonce church service, didn't you?
We need
secular music and a religious message to tell a story of empowerment for particularly women of color, but for anyone who happens to sing praises to the goddess herself, Beyonce.
Right? You see? All out wickedness. And the elite, all right, they have set up these gatekeepers in the so-called black community, all right, to keep you in check. Keep you under their spell of witchcraft. This is witchcraft right here. This is all out rebellion. This woman has a husband, okay? Even though they freakazoids, all right, Satanists, she still has a husband. And she's appearing to show her box, okay? Appearing to show her box. Some people say it's her stockings, okay, or panty line, or, you know, whatever it is. Well, what was the point of it? What was the purpose of this illusion? Okay? To be a spell, a left-handed spell, a seance. Okay? And by looking at her reaction when she got up, she did it on purpose. This was all planned. Right? And this is what E does. He pushes vulgarity on you, lewdness, All right? So your mind can stay sick in his poison. And Beyonce ain't nothing but a high-level witch.
Including one about Beyonce doing witchcraft. And as crazy as this sounds, it isn't even the first time we're hearing about Queen Bee mistreating her staff and using magic on them.
Beyonce's ex-drummer of 7 years, she is seeking a restraining order against Beyonce. She's accusing her of dark magic, witchcraft.
Her job for Satan is to seduce and have you spellbounded. This is Proverbs 5:3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Right, sharp as a two-edged sword. You know how many young girls that are going to see this, okay, and copy it in the same fashion. Going to school without pennies anymore because Beyonce did it. And a lot of you mothers allow your children to do it because you said Beyonce did it. You're wicked. This is why a man needs to be in the house to have some type of authority. Not allowing the TV to raise your children or this wicked ass witch Beyonce either. Or her husband. You see? Right? That's the poison. This is Genesis 3:20. And Adam called his wife named Eve because she was the mother of all living. But what did she bring into the world? What does Beyonce bring to the table? Okay? Right? Sirach 25:24. Let's get that. It says, of a woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. We all die through the sin of a woman. Right? Let me get one more precept, and then I'll move on. This is Proverbs 5:5. It says, her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. There's nothing that Beyonce, Cardi B, Queen B, as far as Little Kim, would you let any of those women that I just named raise your children? Well, the answer would be no, because they're whores. And right, what did the Lord say about that? Let's go to Isaiah 4:4, right? Let's get that. Okay? It's Isaiah 4:4. It says, when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion. See, the filth of the daughters of Zion. Those first girls was boasting about gangsters. Yahweh Shai has to purge out a lot of these nasty ass women. All right. You're just throwing your box around, copying women like this. This is a spell, man. You see? These women are gatekeepers. And what it leads to is just all out lewdness. You got two moles on the stage with this woman right here. They look like twins. Twin moles. Right? Now look at this here. We're going to keep rolling.
All right, so boom, whatever. I was with this guy, whatever. And I was mad at him. So I'm like, we not, he started grabbing on my ass. Boom, next thing you know, we was doing anal.
Just like that easy. And it's why you can't trust none of these Eves, man, because they're likened to be your enemy. You had this one Eve sending Jake $300 a week out of her husband's account to a nigga in jail. $1,200 a month. All right? And this one right here, it's anal. Nasty. And I'll just say this. A lot of you women that are promiscuous, all right, you've been fast since you've been like in 7th grade. A lot of them been molested by family members. Okay, you've been in and out of group homes. The father's been absent in the house. So you've become untamable. Like a wild beast in a cage. This is Sirach 42:11. Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies, and a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before thy multitude. Your daughter will make you look bad. And these women in the ancient days would have been stoned to death as an example to the next woman, to the next young lady. You can't do this, or your ass is getting stoned too, right? And let's go to Titus, the 1st chapter, because a lot of these women are in the Christian church, but they stone cold freaks, right? Beyonce claims to be a Christian, but she's a witch. So you don't know Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and that's why you women are in error. This is Titus 1:16. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him. You deny him because you're lewdness. And it's just out there. Everybody can see it. Right? We saw Eve walking through the mall, just saying, yeah, everybody can look at it. Go ahead, look at it. That's the filth of the daughters of Zion. And it says, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. You're reprobates. On the same level as these King David wannabe Jakes that are just out of their damn minds. Eve has turned into a rabbit, just screwing everybody, screwing anything. And this is why the Lord's going to clean all this up, right? Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter. Yeah, you got to watch over them, or they would turn up like this. Let's get Sirach 42:13. It says, for from garments come a moth, and from women wickedness. Yeah, wickedness is adultery. Wickedness is being a damn whore. And do we see any role models set for these women out here? There's not one role model for these young ladies to look at and say, well, I can be that way. Esau has totally laid out a foundation of lust and disgust for the daughters of Zion. And they eat it up. They love to have it so. All right? Promiscuous. This is why we know most of the 2/3 is going to be women. You women are going to get jacked up. So I hope this lesson has been edifying to the body, the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Hashem Hakwadash. This is the brother Azad Amoth. On to the next. Shalom.